Young Sammy Fabelman falls in love with movies after his parents take him to see the greatest show on earth. Armed with a camera, Sammy starts to make his own films at home, much to the delight of his supportive mother. Coming out in late 2022, this was one of my most anticipated movies to come out at the end of the year, right up there with Glass Onion, Babylon, and Avatar, to name a few. This looked right up my alley, focusing on the filmmaking process and a young boy growing up in love with the art of making movies and telling stories. I know it's probably what a lot of film students are saying after watching the film, but I could really see myself in the main character, everything from his journey and obsession with film to his relationship with those around him. Even though the coming-of-age aspects of the story that really took the focus in the second half of the movie started to disinterest me, it was my ability to connect and see myself in all of these events that caused me to continue enjoying my experience. I also think that it helped a lot that I came into the movie knowing that this was in some sorts an autobiographical picture by Spielberg. So even though there were some parts that didn't do it for me, the possibility that it might have actually been included because it was part of his own life helped me look past those moments. However, what I really loved about the movie was what the first half focused on a lot, with Sam Fabelman, the main character, growing his love for filmmaking, and as an audience we get to see him put these silent pictures together, whether it be about World War II or gunslingers. I've always been fascinated with behind the scenes, so I'm glad that it was incorporated into the movie. Being set in the 1960s, the technology then is much different from today, so I was constantly looking forward to the small scenes where Sam would edit the film or have to record on various camera designs. I was just enamored with that aspect of the entire movie. I think the inclusion and development of the family also added a lot to both the main character, but also as an experience. The acting on all ends was great, and I quickly felt like that I was part of this chaotic, loving family. There were a few small moments near the beginning that felt unrealistic, like the mother driving towards a tornado with kids, or the father explaining every technical piece of his work to a bunch of kids, probably younger than 10. But that also did a lot to tell us what the family is like right off the bat. And it was also nice to recognize some of the terms used by the father, portrayed brilliantly by Paul Dano. The mother and father also served key roles in the journey of Sam, acting as a variation of the angel and devil on the shoulders, one supporting art and the other supporting science. At times the father brings up multiple stereotypes and cliches about filmmaking, most that are still heard today. That's why the inclusion of Uncle Boris was so interesting to me, and he became such a fascinating character when he discusses the conflict between pursuing the arts versus being with family. While it was blown a bit out of proportion, the art industry, no matter what aspect of it we're talking about, often requires long, grueling hours that means spending time away with loved ones and instead with a person's work. Sacrifice required to create what we're drawn to. I was never a huge fan of the cheating mother and how the entire storyline worked out. I saw it coming from very early on and was just never invested in it. But that's one of the aspects of Spielberg's life that whether or not it was fiction or nonfiction, having the coming-of-age story be partially autobiographical allows me to look over things like that in the movie. Speaking technically, I was really drawn to the lighting of a lot of scenes, and just the way Spielberg uses warm versus cool-colored scenes to radiate positive or negative emotions, like the togetherness of the family compared to when they're distant and alone. The sound and music also added a lot to the movie, just to create engaging sequences and to help bring each moment to life. Like I said, between my ability to easily connect with the characters and the way the family and the world around them are fleshed out, it felt like I was right there with them experiencing the whole thing too. Let me know what you thought of Fabelmans if you've watched it yourself, and comment down below what videos you'd like to see in the future. Is there a movie or series you want me to review? Let me know. Remember to like the video, and subscribe for more movie content, and follow me on my various platforms all listed in the description. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.